I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel that way? The Bears. Talking about the Bears. Beat down. What's up, everybody? It's Joey D. This is the Bears Beat Down. How you doing? I'm sorry it took off last week. I was out of town. You know, I went to Cicero. So what are you going to do? You know, anyways, hope everybody's doing good. You guys look good, feel good, and everything's beautiful. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, man, it's been 2 weeks. Let's get into it. The draft is what? Not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. So it's like almost 2 weeks, right around there, right? Forget about it. Less than 2 weeks. Holy cannoli. So let's first talk. Let's rewind a little bit before we talk about the draft. Jordan Howard. You know, all these rumors were swirling around about the Bears kind of trading Jordan Howard and this and that. Maybe Miami, maybe this team, maybe that team. Forget about it. Jordan Howard's not going anywhere. Look, I know they said, you know, he drops passes and whatnot. You know, remember in that first game last year, Glennon right there, he put it on him right at the end zone, bada bing, bada boom, we would have won. Here's the thing. Any wide receiver, running back, sometimes their eyes might not be on the ball. They might be looking up ahead on the field. It happens, right? Sometimes also, the guys don't actually make a catch. Why? It's because the quarterback doesn't put the ball where it's supposed to be. Now, hey, granted, don't get me wrong. My dad, God rest his soul, right? He used to say, he said, these guys get paid to do one thing, you just catch a ball. Just catch a ball, right? It ain't that easy sometimes, though, you know? I mean, they do get millions of dollars, God bless them, but things happen. Sometimes it's not on the quarterback. Sometimes it's on the, you know, the receiver or the running back, or sometimes it's on the quarterback. So anyways, going back to Jordan Howard, look, the guy's been in here for 2 years, and he's been over 1,000 yards each 2 years of his first 2 seasons here with the Bears. On top of that, last year he went over 1,000 yards. They were stacking the box. Everybody and their mother knew what John Fox was going to do, and he still got over 1,000 yards. So for that, Jordan Howard, you're not going anywhere. You're a Bear. I love you. I want you to sit down and break bread with me. Have a cannoli. Sit down. Stay a while. I'll rub your feet. So I don't think Howard's going anywhere. But you know who is going somewhere is Cam I Am. Cam, you know, Green Eggs and Ham. Cam Meredith is, we didn't actually sign him. He took an offer from the Saints, and he's now down in New Orleans. And honestly, God bless. I hope you flourish. I hope you're physically okay. And you do what you got to do. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So he was good. You know, the other thing is, I don't know if Pace thought that, you know, he was fully healthy and fully healed. They didn't know about his leg. You know, the Bears, unfortunately, the past couple of years, they've had a rash on their ash of a bunch of injuries. You know, they've been banged up a little bit. So, you know, you just signed Allen Robinson, who's a stud, is going to be scoring touchdowns on Sundays. Get your popcorn ready. But he's just coming off of, you know, his leg being a little messed up. So you want to put some more money on another guy that's been banged up? I don't think they want to do that. They want to probably go with the safe bet. And you can't blame them, can you? Speaking of safe bet, didn't I say a couple weeks ago that Dez Bryant, you know, might be a free agent? Forget about it. Dez, how you doing? Hey, are you right there, Dez? So Dallas said, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya, got rid of him, they released him. Now, is Dez Bryant a possibility? Because think about it now. The Bears are sniffing wide receivers. I'm sniffing wide receivers. That's what they're doing. They're still talking. They're looking at wide receivers in the draft, maybe free agents. So we still maybe need to get maybe 1 or 2 wide receivers on the squad. Do they go get Dez for maybe, you know, $6 to $8 million a year? They could definitely afford him if they wanted to. You know, he is 29. He's going to be 30. But I know he's still a beast. And honestly, if we got Dez Bryant right now, you don't want a headache on the team. But he automatically, if we got Dez right now, with Allen Robinson, Gabriel, Kevin White, I mean, here, the thing is this, we would have the top wide receivers in the league, hand down. What are you going to do? Who are you going to cover? Who are you going to guard? Forget about it. You're going to be on the left side, you're going to be on the right side, you're going to be on the middle side. You're going to be on the wrong side, because you're not going to be on the Bears. Just saying. So, if we did decide to go and get Dez Bryant, because the other thing, too, is you just don't want the other guys up north those green guys up north to go snag them, to be honest with you. They just got Jimmy Graham in the offseason. We're talking about the Pack people, if you didn't know. But the word is that they might be looking at Dez Bryant too. So to be honest with you, that's one thing about any player in free agency. You don't want them to sign in your own division because obviously that's another weapon for your opponent. So you just don't want to see him in a uniform. You got to play him twice a year. Moving on. Let's move on here. So speaking about the draft, maybe some picks in round 2. You know what I mean? We talked about round 1. How about round 2? You know what I mean? You got to pick somebody in round 2, right? So we were talking about wide receivers just now with Dez. You know, the Bears are really talking, I think, in doing their diligence on a guy named Courtland Sutton. He's got a big body. He can go up there and just snag the ball. You know, and he's actually a high IQ guy. He actually has it between here. He's got it. And he's a big body. You know what I mean? I mean, could you see him lined up on the opposite side of Allen Robinson on Sundays? And Mitch just coming back and saying, ping, pong, pow, boom, end zone, done, game over. So they're looking at him. Will he drop to the second round? He might not, but if he is there, the Bears should be like, hey, oh, hey, come on. You know, another guy is Christian Kirk. So, he's more of a slot guy. He's kind of like a gadget guy, too. He's kind of quick. You know, he's actually one that's actually rising up the draft boards. I know the Bears were sniffing and talking to him, too. And how about Calvin Ridley? Do you think Calvin Ridley could actually slip to the second round when we're up? Is it possible? I mean, I don't know. Crazier things have happened in the draft, I think, right? So, you know, Calvin Ridley from Alabama, who actually everybody thought that's who we were going to nab in the first round, but we went out and got Allen Robinson. So I don't know if he's there in round 2. Would you grab him? Just saying. God bless. How about in the second round also Will Hernandez, an offensive lineman? Now Will Hernandez is tough and nasty. He's a beast. The he's mean. I like it. Will Hernandez, how you doing? You know, so he'd be actually nice in the first round with Billy Price too as well. Now Billy Price actually just tore his pec.
Hey, what's up? I got a big pack. Gym time.
He just tore his pec actually at the combine, so he's actually going to be out a couple months, but he'll be ready before the season starts. He'll be healthy, and if he slides to round 2, do you grab him too? Both of those guys would help the offensive line, but if they do that in round 2, that's got to mean in round 1, Vic Fangio got a new toy. Just saying, they got to go defense then in round 1. Then in round 2, you got an offensive guy. You know what I mean? Just give a little, take a little. Give a little, take a little. You know? It's not just one-sided. Sorry, Vic. Or, excuse me. It's an 8:20 break. How you doing? H2O. All the way. There's some high-quality H2O. So maybe next also is, how about Arden Key? Linebacker. He actually had some issues and this past year. But, man, if Vic Fangio can get him and mold him to what he wants to be in the second round, snap. Snap. Serious. I like him. Or Harold Landry. Harold Landry's an edge rusher. He might not get out of the first round, to be honest with you. But if there's some way, somehow, that these guys just pass on him and he's there, you got to run to the podium and make the pick. Harold Landry's a beast. Another guy that's actually really kind of moving up is Lorenzo Carter from Georgia. He's actually a linebacker, so he would actually play right along with Leonard Floyd. They used to be teammates. They could high-five each other, do a little chest bump. How you doing? After they sacked the quarterback, they could stand on top of, what's the guy's name, Aaron Rodgers, and be like, hey, I got your discount, double check right here. Boom! Just like that. So Carter's another guy maybe that they might look at in the second round. All of these guys I just mentioned, if we can get in the second round, that means we probably got a stud in the first round, and our first 2 draft picks then this year are hopefully going to be starters day 1. So day 1, you want your first round and possibly your second round to be starters if they can. I mean, just help you right out the gate, on offense or defense, and just bang it out, baby. Just the Bear way. You know what I mean? The Bear way. The Chicago Bear way. Oh! Next thing is trades. Trades always happen. Last year it happened for us, right? We got Mitch. We moved up. We said, how you doing? Let's move up. Moving on up to the east side with the deluxe apartment. Anyways, sorry about that. How you doing, Jeffersons? So I I think that maybe this year, Pace might actually trade back out of the first round if he doesn't see something. Like if Nelson's gone and he doesn't like somebody there, you know, who knows? He might trade back just to recoup a pick from last year that he gave San Francisco. So maybe number 11 at Miami might want to trade up for a quarterback, because you want to always make these guys that are looking to trade up, they probably want a quarterback, right? So, you know, in the Fighting Finns down in Miami, they got Tannehill. They got Ryan Tannehill. I mean, look, I know Ryan, God bless, you know, he's got that baby face. But he was hurt last year, and, excuse me, they had Jay Cutler running the show down there, and, yeah, that didn't work out too well for him, did it? So, anyways, so they maybe want to trade up, and maybe we get the number 11 pick, and maybe we get a third-round pick in return, because we don't have a third-round pick this year. So that's a possibility. Number 15, maybe, is Arizona. Arizona, they need a quarterback too, because they just got Mike Glennon. Holy cow, forget about it. A lot of jokes there, but we're going to leave that one alone, because we're true professionals here on the Bears Beatdown. So maybe they trade with Arizona. Or how about New England? Because New England has 2 first-round draft picks, right? They got number 23 and 31. If they call Ryan Pace and say, hey, I want to trade up because I know Brady's getting older, we want to get this certain quarterback, whoever's left at number 8, you get 2 first-round picks for 1? Dang! Just drop the mic and walk away. Seriously, I would do it. Just saying, you know, because then you can get somebody on offense and defense. And we all live happily ever after, you know. That'd be beautiful. The other team, though, that might be a dark horse at number 27 is the Saints. Because obviously that's where Ryan Pace came from, so he knows those guys a lot in the organization, and he might be like, hey, look, we didn't sign Cam I Am back because we're going to trade with you guys, and we're going to make it fluffy. We're going to give you our first-round pick at number 27. Maybe we'll give you a second, maybe a third. At least a third for sure. So, you know, the Bears have options. They really do. I don't know about them trading up this year since they did it last year. I really don't see that happening unless they really like somebody. The one thing about Pace is this. What did he do last year? Nobody knew. He was like tight-lipped about, you know, the whole Mitch thing. Everybody was shocked. I mean, my face, when I was watching, and I was watching TV, and it was live, baby, we live. And they basically they said Mitch. Everybody's just like, they're just like, and then it was like, and they were like, so that's basically what happened. It was like out of the blue, right? So we don't know what Pace is going to do. I'm trying to look at everybody that, because you actually only have a certain amount of prospects that you can meet with. Who is the one guy that they only met with once? Once, because it only takes one time, one interview, just one little click to say, that's my guy right there. That's the guy I want. That's the guy who we're going to go out and get. That's going to be the new Chicago Bear. He's going to be our first-round pick, and he's going to kick some serious tail all next year for us. Ryan Pace is like a secret a ninja. You know, he's like Chuck Norris back in the day. You know, he's kind of Chuck Norris. You know, he's like that a little bit. Anyways, next week we're going to do a mock draft live here. Well, maybe it'll be live here for you next Sunday. You know what I mean? So next Sunday I might even get a little dressed up. We'll do a mock draft. I'll tell you what I think. It could be completely wrong in chat, but we'll do a mock draft here next week. Please keep interacting on the YouTube page and on the YouTube channel. I try to get back to everybody. You sent me something, I give it right back to you. Serious. So I love interacting with you guys. I love you guys. Please keep subscribing to the channel. Find me on the Instagram, the Book of the Face, the Gram with the Insta, the little twit to it thing, and keep liking all my stuff. I appreciate it, and I love you guys more than sliced bread. So everybody waits. Ho, hey, he, ho! This is Joey D, and this is the Bears Beatdown. You guys have a beautiful day. Mwah.